So I've said it once and I will say it again, there is just something about a bungalow that automatically makes it feel more cozy than any other house. But not only that, this stunning bungalow exudes sophistication and has high-end finishes throughout every single corner. This is 31 Royal Dornoch in St. Thomas, and let's go take a look. So as we step inside, you can see we have this nice large foyer with not one but two entryway closets inside, and that is honestly just a little preview of the amount of storage this house has. It's gonna blow you away. And then just down this little hallway off to the side, we find our first floor powder room, which is nicely tucked away from the rest of the living space, and then hidden behind a nice pocket door is where we find our spacious laundry room. But as we come out of the laundry room now, we're gonna make our way further into the home, and we're actually gonna start checking out some of the bedrooms. So this home is a 5-bedroom, 5-washroom house. We'll find 2 of the bedrooms on the main floor here, and then the additional 3 in the basement. As you can see here in bedroom number 1, it is super large and spacious, and it also comes equipped with its own ensuite bathroom. And you've probably already noticed that this home has soaring tall ceilings on the main floor. And to me, ceiling height is definitely a feature that I would call a subtle luxury, which I know might sound a bit silly, but if someone were to ask you to give a list of luxury features, ceiling height might not even make your top 5. But it is one of those background features that makes a massive difference in the feel of sophistication in your home, and I just love the added elegance it's giving here to the already beautiful space. We just took a quick peek at the mudroom with, again, some more storage closet as well as entrance into the garage. Now we have made our way into the main living space of the main floor, which is this beautiful living room. We have the very cozy fireplace in the middle, really setting the stage for some intimate gatherings. But now, as I turn around, we are making our way into the heart of the home in my favorite part, which is the kitchen. But now when you take a look at this kitchen, you can tell that this kitchen is designed for someone who loves to cook. We have this stunning center island with a breakfast bar on one side and just ample storage on the other. And as we work our way through the kitchen, just really take a look at how much storage there is here. You have room for all of your kitchen gadgets and then some. A gas range stove, massive fridge, as well as a KitchenAid oven. And if you thought that kitchen was great to begin with, you're going to love that there is a second part and an extension to the kitchen just off to the side here. We have an additional fridge. Again, just so much storage and counter space here. If you are someone who loves to cook, especially if you're someone who loves to cook with friends and family, this is definitely the space for you. It has room for everybody to enjoy and be in the same area together. And of course, no luxurious kitchen would be complete without your own walk-in pantry. Alright, now I'm going to make my way to the other side of the kitchen, and here is where we'll find the dining room area. Right now they have it set up as more of a little breakfast nook with an everyday kitchen table. However, the space is big enough and definitely grand enough that you can fit a large dining room table if that's what you'd like. And then just off the side of there, we find entrance onto the outdoor patio as well as into the backyard. And the home here actually backs onto a tranquil ravine lot, and it's just so beautiful. Okay, I'm kind of sad that you actually can't see it in the picture, but why I held the camera there for so long is because as I was filming, this beautiful eagle flew by. It is just such a beautiful backyard and definitely a space that you'll want to spend a lot of time in come summer. Okay, we have now just made our way into the primary suite, which is our final room of this floor. As you can see, it is large, spacious, and sun-filled, and we even have these stunning windows overlooking, again, that tranquil backyard we saw before. Of course, our primary bedroom does come equipped with its own ensuite bathroom. The bathroom has a large walk-in shower, double sinks on the vanity, as well as a separate little vanity area perfect for putting on your makeup in the morning. And then as we walk through the bathroom, at the end here is where we will find the massive walk-in closet. Alright, we are officially all finished with the main floor, so now let's head downstairs and take a look at the basement. So the basement here is divided into 2 sides, what I like to call the living side and what I like to call the sleeping quarters side. We're first going to head over to the sleeping quarters side and take a look at 2 of the 3 remaining bedrooms. Both of the rooms down here have closets as well as massive windows. I should also just mention that door directly in front of the bedroom we came out of is another large walk-in closet. Perfect for storage, and speaking of storage, here in the downstairs bathroom, we also have another linen closet. Storage is definitely something this house is not lacking. In fact, you might actually struggle filling up all of the storage that you have in this house, which is definitely a great problem to have. Alright, now let's head over to the living side of the basement here. So I actually love what they've done with the design of this basement. They have managed to keep the entire main living space open, but completely separate at the same time, and they've done so by that half wall there in the middle. So now we've managed to have a little rec room, a little place for a table and eating, and then on the other side we have a space perfect for a movie night. So again, we don't lose the flow of one space to another. It is very open and airy, but it also feels nicely separate and tucked away, which makes the spaces feel a lot more cozy. Just behind the little movie area there, we find a nice home office, and you've probably noticed by now that this basement doesn't feel basement-y at all, and that is because, again, we have these beautiful soaring tall ceilings down here. It is about 8.5 feet. Alright, we just have a few more places to check out here in the basement before we finish our tour, one of which is the nice home gym. Again, another large window, but this room can also be used as a multi-purpose space for whatever you need it for. And then lastly, of course, we have our final bedroom, which is tucked away in its own little mini version of an in-law suite. So when the current owners designed some of the changes that they wanted to make in the home, they definitely had in mind to have this be a multi-generational living space. So this is definitely a great space if you have older family members living with you. The shower is already future-proofed and ready for it. But again, also if you have older kids or kids just want a little bit more of their privacy, this is an amazing space to have within your home. And here's a look at the final bedroom with yet another walk-in closet because like I said, storage is something we do not have to worry about in this house. This beautiful home is currently listed by Cody Tilbury at Team Glacier Real Estate Inc. and David Dykeman at Oak and Key Real Estate Brokerage for $1.079 million. Let me know what you think.